Hello, this is Haiku here for some historic matches. This time I'm going to be playing against Nice. I think he's new to the server, the format, so we'll see what he brings. Playing the same Mardu synth deck, but now I've really taken a look at the mana base, so I'm trying out a mana base that has less tapped dual lands, and I'm trying out to play Prophetic Prisms to kind of compensate for the bad mana. So, like in this is going to be a kind of a common effect of playing less tapped lands. Is I'm not going to have all my colors, and I'm going to have to impulse and synth into my other lands. Ooh, and starting off slow is going to be real brutal against a deck that's ramping. So I'm going to Wellspring this turn. Ooh, okay. Does that change my mind? So what is he on? This totally could be Storm, in which case I do need to get a clock going. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to play out the tap land awkwardly on my turn, so I can get my Reckoner Raid down next turn. So, yeah, I'll Reckoner Raid into Wellspring probably. Let's see if he lands. Because right now I have no shields for. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this has got to be Storm. So Wrenn's Resolve is going to be really important for finding a removal spell, but right now without a creature, I think I'm okay. So I think I'm just gonna Okiba and Wellspring. I could also Wrenn's Resolve, but since I think I used my land drop that turn, I think I'll go ahead and go with the Wellspring first, so then I get an extra turn to Wrenn's Resolve. But I'm tapped out. I missed the land drop. Yeah, this is bad juju. All right, let's see if he has it. So Storm is 1. I don't really like that. So basically I'm gonna have to remove this. I don't think he can storm me now with that. I mean, he can definitely first day of class into Chatter, but it won't be that brutal. Storm 4. Okay. Acceptable. So hopefully I can resolve into a land. Oh man, I'm lagging out. Ooh, okay. So now, what do I want to do? Do I still resolve? Means I can Wellspring, draw a card. Yeah, I think I still resolve. Try to hit a land drop. And then if I hit a removal spell off of this, that's fine as well. Okay. So can't really do anything, so I think this is a Radiant Fountain Torch. Although I guess let's not be obvious that I don't have anything. And I guess I should not have made my land drop because I was going to draw another card right now. Okay, this is probably too slow. All right. Well, I didn't realize that he had a Goblin and an Archimancer anyways, so bluffing this hopefully will keep him from going all in. The issue with killing at instant speed is it just increases the storm count. So it's almost like you're incentivized not to remove them. Yeah, I had too slow of a start versus Storm to be remotely competitive. Luckily, I'm getting a little bit of reprieve here with the relays, although eventually it's just gonna end up with enough gas that he can storm me. Obviously, if I knew he was gonna take it slow, I would have kept Tithing Blade to Tithing Blade, bounce Tithing Blade. Yeah, I guess that wasn't really a good play. Okay, let's start here. I still have access to everything by playing Prophetic Prism if it resolves. So now there are some misses. If I hit a 2-mana white spell, I can miss. Okay, that doesn't kill anything. So I think I'll just put it on the captain. Alright, what do I want to do now? I think Prophetic Prism, Mogis, or maybe I just don't even cast Mogis' favor in favor of doing something else. So let's start with Prophetic Prism. Ooh, does he have a counter? That's a little bit concerning. Okay. Well, these really aren't going to do much. So actually, I think the Mogis' favor is better than Thraben Inspector. Unfortunately, the pre-board game is just going to be a pretty miserable matchup for me. So he's got half the combo ready to go. And he's already got 3 Storm to back it up. So he's got a miss on the top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the top 5, plus the 5 cards in hand, can't be Chatterstorm. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know why he's getting that when he has a land drop. Oh, maybe because he just has infinite. All right, so I think this is game. I just want to see the Chatterstorm and then I'll concede. Even if he doesn't Chatterstorm me for lethal, there's not really a way for my deck to come back. What? I mean, he has to have Chatterstorm, right? Or he built the sideboard wrong, because they should totally look for more Chatterstorms to finish the game. Okay. Explore. Show me the Chatterstorm and I'll concede. Maybe he doesn't have it. But I feel like then he should have been grabbing the... Okay. So, Storm 7, that is game. Alright, I don't need to see it. Okay, so if he has multiple first wave classes, I have no answer. So I need instant speed answers. Casting the Fire is also really good. Reckless Impulse is not as good, but let me just cite it in. That doesn't do anything. Okay, and then that does stuff. Okay. A-Dawnbringer Cleric, nothing. The Inspectors aren't very good. Mogis' favor is also not very good. Omen of the Dead, he doesn't really remove my creatures, so that's not really that important. Tithing Blade is really not that good. I think the Inspectors are better than Tithing Blades, unfortunately. Alright. So, beginning to realize I don't have quite good preparation for this matchup. Guess Strangle is better than Tithing Blade. So I gotta work on the sideboarding to basically have a little bit more than Echoing Decay and Cast in the Fire to defeat the Storm deck. Smash of Dust is insufficient. Yeah. So this is a matchup where Hopeless Nightmare would actually do something. But I think overall, Hopeless Nightmare has been shown that it's not quite good enough to hang in the power level yet. Alright, so we got an early threat, a removal for his cost reducers. I think this is a keep. Black. Yeah, my Thraben Inspector is... I'd probably play this over Thraben Inspector. Alright, let's see if he runs out his guy on turn 2. That would be nice. Then I can torch it, and then I can continue to play out my threats. Nope. Okay. Wrenn's Resolve is tempting. I think I'll start... I could also Skyfisher. I have to get down the threat set quickly. Skyfisher. I mean, I have plenty of card draw. It's actually the biggest issue with Skyfisher is that it's going to waste a turn, a land drop. I think I go here first. I didn't like the idea of sending myself back a land drop. So next turn, if he plays out something, then I'll probably Wrenn's Resolve to try to find a removal spell rather than use Torch. That way I can just save Torch in hand. Now without playing anything, do I still want a Wrenn's Resolve? I think so. Sweet. So let's play that one out. So now I'm tapped out. A little bit scary because turn 4 is kind of a critical turn where he might go off. But I think I would be more scared if it was his turn 5. His turn 5 is land a thing, play First Day of Class, play another spell, and then play the Chatterstorm, where there's not quite enough mana to do all of that. Yeah, this is a little bit scary, but fine. Yeah, it's the next turn that's a little more scary. Because he's going to be Electromancer into nonsense. And then I'll have to decide, do I want to constrict his mana, or do I want to constrict his storm count? And probably it's going to be mana. Alright, for next turn. So that means I'm going to remove that one. Okay. So Mechanic is nice because I don't have to bounce anything. So I think I go digging for more removal spells. Sweet. So unfortunately I have to leave Mechanic to wallow. Because I want to take out his mana here. This is a nice matchup. I think it's interesting. I haven't played against it for a while, and so I haven't been really thinking about building my sideboard to address the weaknesses that this would present. Okay, resolve. So if he gives me any priority, I'm gonna go ahead and torch it. So he gets one 1 sorcery and 1 instant. Okay. So he can first day of class, but then he wouldn't have enough mana to Chatterstorm this turn. So it feels pretty safe. I guess if he has 2 untapped lands in hand, he could first day of class into Chatterstorm. It's a little bit scary, the fact that he's casting it. So Storm is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it literally untapped land is his solution, or a potential counter for me. Okay, saved. Okay. Lembas. That's a bottom. Okay. So I could Skyfisher, bounce mountain, replay mountain, play Prophetic Prism. I think this is the turn I kind of want to just get to tap out and try to build up my board a little bit, and then next turn I think, because again it's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So max 5 storm that I'd be facing down if I let him storm off. So I can't die. I guess if it's first day of class. I still can't die. Okay. So yeah, so first day of class, Chatterstorm. I still don't quite die. But that 2 life is gonna really sting. Okay. Now he's tapped out. No Chatterstorm. So unfortunate that he got to use so much mana that turn. All right, Synth. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Way to limit his mana. Okay, so I think I go ahead and attack. All right, 1, 2, 3. So I could do the same play with Skyfisher. Yeah, I think I do it. Could also Skyfisher bounce the Synth, but I think that's just a little bit greedy. So I get down, so he has to remove 2 of my creatures to prevent my crackback for lethal, and I remove a mana and a mana elf. Mid-0. Guess I could have sacked the Synth. I didn't really think about sacking the Synth here. All right, he has no other blue, so I'm going to go ahead and snipe his blue mana. Okay, so he's got to have a pretty impressive turn. So 1 sideboard card came in clutch here. I think it's going to carry me to victory. Nice part is I have a lot of the air attack, so I have enough lethal in the air. So even if he presents a bunch of things, so can he sack those potentially to gain a little bit of life and prevent lethal? I think I'm good. Yep. Yep. Cool. GG's. So, 1-1. Let's see the last sideboard game. I drew one of my sideboard cards. So, let's see if I can do that again. So again, sacrificing value just to get my board bigger. Yeah, so mechanics here are actually pretty clutch compared to Skyfisher because, well, it's plus or minus. Skyfisher flying is really clutch, but then having to bounce a permanent, whether in the Aviary Mechanic, it's an option to bounce. So. I'll have to think about if I want to play some Hopeless Nightmares to try to attack the Storm opponent's hand. If I play Hopeless Nightmare on the board, maybe. Might be reasonable. It also can help against control. Alright, so I got both sideboarded cards, but I have no mana. There's got to be a mole, unfortunately. Alright, so Prophetic Prism fixes all the mana. I have some threats. Kor Skyfisher is really not that good. I think I actually dump a land. Land, Prophetic Prism, then Wrenn's Resolve. I'll draw another land by then. Nice. So if he just plays out one of his cost reducers out, and then I have a removal spell right now. Okay. No such luck. Yeah, if I'm going to be playing out my Prophetic Prism, it doesn't really matter. Just gain a little bit of life here. Alright. So again, you know, leaving him with some mana to combo off. But it's not too much that I think it's okay to tap out this turn. So next turn, Skyfisher, bounce Prism. Oh, maybe you don't even have to do that. Yeah, I think I still want to get the Skyfisher into play. I can hold up a torch. See if I get anything better. Well, I don't like that. He had 2 land drops. So I don't think I can risk playing this. I already have the Prophetic Prism that can help fix mana. So I think I Skyfisher bounce. And so then I'll have a mountain for torch. And I will try to hobble his mana this turn, even though it adds to his storm count. Okay, he doesn't have a cost reducer, at least in hand. Okay, 1 first day of class down. And no cost reducer yet, which is really good for me. I might even tap out. I don't know if I can. Because the miss on the first day of class is actually so important that I think like it gives me a chance. Maybe I shouldn't tap out. I guess he might play a cost reducer now. Yeah, I don't think he would want to expose it. Dang. So he's going to set up for a pretty scary turn next turn. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to tap out, unfortunately. Okay, so I guess Skyfisher bounce land then. I gotta attack with this one. Oh wait, I can't even Skyfisher. Damn. Okay, What's the chances I'm going to need 2 removal spells this turn? I think I can get this tap land down. Then I remove 1, he plays another one, I remove it. I can kind of soak up a lot of his mana that way. Yeah, I think I have to be a little bit slightly greedy here to have a chance. It's a little bit scary to not be able to play both my removal spells. Oh, that is extremely, extremely scary. I guess he's trying to play around Torch. But I'll sack it. If I have to. I like this because that means that he's going to be using some mana, extra mana. I'm trying to get. Okay, so this resolves, and then as soon as I get priority, yes. Forgot I can do this at instant speed. So Torch versus Voltage Surge. Guess it doesn't really matter. I'll do the Voltage Surge. Submit 0. That way, potentially, if I want to scry with the Torch in the future, I can have that option. So he wasn't able to even cast a sorcery after. So let's see if he has another cost reducer. I feel very comfortable with him having only 3 lands in play. Yeah, okay. Okay, successfully avoided 1 scary turn. Maybe for this, maybe I was supposed to keep Torch, since it's more likely to be able to get it. So Synth, Skyfisher. Damn. Do I bounce it right now? Bounce Prophetic Prism then. Yeah. And so I'll still have my mountain up. And then get a black land in play. Slight miss there with the synthesizer. I was really hoping for, a 1-mana threat and then I would have played my untapped mountain instead of the tap land, but not to be. So I'm still feeling safe this turn, but my clock is just so slow, and he just has so much card draw that he's eventually going to draw into more gas. So 1 scary card down. Okay, so he's literally just casting that. That's not too bad. So if you press, I think it's CC, or maybe just C, it taps all your lands. I might have to press it twice. Let me try it on my next turn. But that's a way you can tap out and see how much lands you have. Okay, 7. Okay. So let's go ahead and crack this and get 1 more permanent attacking. Okay. So I don't think I can play the Bloodfell Caves if I want to cast Prophetic Prism or Wrenn's Resolve. So I think this turn I Prophetic Prism, so I'm not going to tap out for anything. And then I'll go from there. And he has so much mana now, though. Does it really make a difference if I try to restrict his mana rather than his storm count? I think it potentially does. I think there's still worth in being able to hack his mana. So, yeah, next turn I'm going to resolve and try to get some removal spells for his Fractal. Unfortunately, I should have realized with his sideboard I should have been kind of preparing for this. Okay, I think this is why I held up Torch the Tower. Is like he draws into a cost reducer and now can't, like if I was tapped out I think he would play it, but now there's a restriction that he would be scared of a removal spell. Although he just keeps cycling everything and he's going to sculpt the perfect hand before committing, which is scary. So if he attacks, then I have him on a 1-turn clock. Or 2-turn clock, I guess, because I'm already counting my next attack phase. So I don't think he can kill me this turn. Okay. Yeah, one thing about the way Arena taps with these lands, it prioritizes tapping out of the bridges first. The bridge that you're targeting, so it doesn't realize that the bridge is not going to go away, and so it's super annoying to tap Planestorm. I feel for the opponent. All right, not taking too long here. Does he have removal spells? He keeps kind of hovering over my stuff. Okay, no. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm just going to have to dig for a removal spell, but I have nothing that can kill a big stuff, so I have to use multiple of my torches and stuff to kill his. Actually, this feels fine. It makes it lower mana cost that it's going to take to... Okay, so I have to attack. Okay, and then now what is my best way to deal with things? So I need to play the Skyfisher this turn most likely. So, but I think I still want a Wrenn's Resolve. The Inspector really is only going to be good as a chump. Okay, this is sort of a good draw. Reasonable. So Skyfisher, but then I wouldn't have enough mana to torch his guy. So I don't think I want to go with that play. In that case, I'm going to Skyfisher. I can get an extra mana with the Skyfisher too, so I shouldn't forget that. So Inspector, Skyfisher, pick up a mountain, drop a mountain. Does that change anything? Doesn't really give me any more options. So I think I just Inspector, Skyfisher, bounce Prophetic Prism, and then hold up Torch. I think Torch will restrict his mana more than taking out one land with Cast in the Fire. So this, bounce you, go ahead and exile. Okay, so now I have 3 blockers. So it's going to be a real tough decide here when he lands his creature, if I should restrict his storm count or restrict his mana. He has 5, 8, 11, 12, 13. Wow. 13 mana. It's going to be tough to win. Especially if I'm feeding him 1 storm count. Okay. It's less scary. The same thing, I'll just torch his creature, I think. Because now his creature has haste and stuff, so I think it's a pretty no-brainer to go ahead and nip that in the bud. Yep, so this might be I gotta count. So 1. Yeah, I think I gotta just take this out. I can't let him have that infinite mana. The other thing is it gets rid of another attacker too. So, you know, Chatterstorm gives him an extra attacker, or adding to the Chatterstorm count gives him an extra attacker versus taking out the mana. So he's got 3 attackers. So Thraben's going to chump block this. Wow, I might have done it. I think he had to use too much mana with these, with those 2 cards that he just cast. So now he only has. Oh man, yeah. So now he casts that, and then just one Chatterstorm that I have to deal with. Potentially not even that. I feel like he would have tapped differently if he had Chatterstorm in hand. Because then he could have played this into Chatterstorm. So I think he's dead. Very tight match. Ooh. That's a solution. So he's going to survive at 1 health. Oh. I don't know why he took so long. Let's see. I think I can survive. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there, because I think I have the win now. So I block, 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 and block. Wow, barely wins. So yeah, I would have had it though with the Okiba Reckoner raid if he just cast the plummet. So GG's. Very interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I love the new takes and new decks. There was someone playing a mono red deck now in Historic, and now there's someone playing Storm, which is great. I think really any decks that utilize the full 8 of these just shows how powerful this is. So it goes into Storm, it goes into Mardu Control, it goes into Red Deck Wins, it goes into the Kiln Fiend deck. Is just a broken card. All right, we'll see you guys for another match.